Hello everyone. Have you ever stood in front of a mirror and picked yourself apart? Have you ever been told that you are too fat, too thin, too dark, too tall, too short, never just enough? If yes, you are not alone. Almost every single person carries some memory, some scar from words spoken carelessly about their body. Take a moment. Can you remember a time when someone commented on your body and you carried that wound for years? Maybe you laughed on the outside, but inside it cut deep. Today, I want to walk with you on a journey through stories, truths, and a powerful reminder that body shaming does not just touch the body, it crushes the soul. And together, we are going to learn how to rise above it. I want you to ask yourself, do I criticize my body more than others do? Am I my greatest enemy? Let me tell you a story. There was an 8-year-old girl. Every day at school, kids teased her. They laughed at her because she was the big one. They called her nicknames. They thought they were being funny, but she carried those nicknames home like invisible baggage. At night, she took out her notebook and drew pictures of a slim version of herself. She did not want to be the girl she really was. She wanted to be anyone but herself. Fast forward into adulthood, every insult, every laugh echoed in her mind. She still avoided swimming pools, she still wore oversized clothes, and she still believed she had to lower her worth because of how she looked. Now pause. How many of you had a similar story? Maybe you were given a nickname as a child. Maybe someone compared you to your siblings or relatives. Maybe they said, if only you were lighter, thinner, prettier, stronger. That memory doesn't it still sting whenever it comes up? That's the silent power of body shaming. Words spoken years ago stay stuck inside us like broken glass. Now, let's talk about the world we live in. Isn't it strange that society decides what beauty is and somehow it always changes? Centuries ago, in many cultures, a larger body was a symbol of wealth and health. Today, the narrative has flipped and thinness is celebrated. Tomorrow, maybe it will change again. Think about it. Magazines, social media, advertisements, they sell us a standard of beauty that is almost impossible. Airbrushed, edited, filtered, and we buy into it, feeling incomplete in our natural state. I read about a young man who went through multiple job interviews. He was extremely talented, but at every interview, he was laughed at for being too short and too thin. Eventually, he lost confidence in his abilities altogether. Imagine losing out not because of what your mind can offer, but because of your body shape. Now let's get real. Have you ever worn clothes two sizes too small because you thought you needed to fit in? Have you bought creams, powders, or treatments that promised to lighten your skin, straighten your nose, or reshape your body? Who are you truly doing that for? Yourself or the expectation of others? Now, let me tell you a story of transformation. There was a teenage boy. He was extremely skinny. Every day his classmates mocked him. Are you eating at all? You will fly away in the wind. He hated his frame, so he decided to go to the gym. At first, his goal was simple. I will prove them wrong. I will show them I am not weak. But after years of this, one day he realized he no longer needed to prove anything to anyone. He realized something powerful. This is my body. This is my temple. I don't owe anyone an explanation for it. And that day, his motivation shifted. He said, I no longer lift weights to shut your mouth. I lift because my body is a gift and I want to honor it. That was freedom. Now, do this with me. Close your eyes for a moment, right where you are. Think of one thing you have constantly criticized about your body. Maybe your height, maybe your skin tone, maybe your weight. Now flip the script. Find the hidden strength in it. If you hate your height, think, my height allows me to stand uniquely. If you dislike your skin tone, say, my skin carries the heritage of my people. Can you do that for one moment? That is the beginning of shifting from shame to pride. Let's take a real example from the world. There was a young woman who dreamed of walking the fashion runway, but almost everyone told her she didn't fit the expected mold. She was too curvy. She faced outright rejection. But instead of shrinking down, she chose to embrace her authentic self. She built her career not by changing to fit the industry's rigid standards, but by shattering them. Today, she inspires millions of people worldwide to redefine beauty. Here's my question to you. What if the very thing you criticize about yourself is actually your strength, your uniqueness, your ticket to making a difference? Think about it. What is that one feature, one characteristic, one imperfection that you have hidden? Now imagine if the world actually needed that very thing from you. Now, friends, here's the truth. Even after we silence the outside critics, the hardest battle is against our inner critic. So, how do we heal? First, daily affirmations. Stand in front of the mirror and say, I am more than my body. My worth is not measured by numbers or appearances. I am valuable. Second, reduce self-critical talk. When you catch yourself saying something like, I am ugly or I don't look good, pause and replace it with something kinder. I am human. I am alive. I deserve respect. Third, surround yourself with healthy influences. Stop following accounts that make you feel less. Follow people who show real beauty, unedited, authentic. Will you make a commitment to yourself? Just for this next week, don't insult your body even once. Not in your words, not in your thoughts, not even jokingly. Can you do that? So let's bring everything together. Body shaming leaves marks. It starts in childhood, spreads in culture, grows in silence, and eats away at self-growth. But my friend, you are not powerless. You can rewrite your story. Let me leave you with one final story. There was a girl who always wore oversized clothes, hiding herself. She thought if she hid her body, she could hide her pain. But one day she looked in the mirror and said, I am done hating myself. I deserve to live free. Day by day, she embraced her scars, her uniqueness, her body. And not only did she start living freer, she became an example to others who were suffering the same way. Her power was not in a perfect body, but in the courage to accept herself. And that courage is inside you too. So here's my challenge to you. If you have ever been body shamed or you have shamed yourself, write your story in the comments below. This is not just a video, It is a community, and communities heal together. Remember this, your worth was never in your waistline, your skin tone, or the number on a scale. Your worth is in the life you live, you love you give, the difference you make. The world doesn't need another perfect body. The world needs people who are alive, free, and courageous in their own skin. The question is, will you choose to be one of them? Thank you for staying with me. If this talk touched you, share it with someone who needs healing. And remember, the mirror only shows your reflection, the heart shows your true beauty. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more stories that transform your life. Thank you.